sunshines.
Good evening, sunshines.
Oh, it's been a long day and it's late. It's 7. Y'all know I done took a shower. I be done ready. Listen, I've been
Yeah,
trying to stay awake at this time of the evening, and it's Sunday.
yeah,
Who told us to go
Sunday.
live at 7:30 on a Sunday? Where that come from? And I just got back home. All right, all right, all right. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in right now. We appreciate you so much. Welcome to Women of a Certain Age. Just talking about things, that we talk about. I always text my girl on Sunday and be like, "You want to go live tonight?" And she'll be like, "Yeah." And I'll be like, "What we talking about, girl?" And then she'll send me a text and be like, "Girl, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that." And today she was like, "Let's talk about women of color in the workplace." And I had to get my little Google fingers on, and I found, I think, a really, 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 really good. It's not even an article, it's a study. I like studies. Before we get started, we got to acknowledge the chat. If you guys don't know, there is a movement to cancel John Yates. If you have not signed 2 of the petitions, this is number 1, this is number 2. Please click the link and cancel John Yates. Sign the petition. They are both over 500 at this point. We're trying to get them both to get to be over 1,000. We need to get YouTube's attention. We need to get all of these reality shows attention and all of the things, because John Yates needs to be canceled. Period. With a hard T. Hey, boo. My big sister in the on Beyonce's internet waves, all up in the space. Please make sure you like and subscribe on your way in. And thank you for tuning in. Hey, Dana. Good evening. You guys, please subscribe to my co-host today, Foxy and Family. She is the happiest place on YouTube, in my opinion. All of her content is just nice. It's just nice. She's nice. It's nice. It's a really happy place over there. Please go subscribe to my girl Foxy and Friends. And as always, please subscribe to my big sister Saki. I am Dr. Saki. Hey, Bikini. I gave you the mod, girl. We got 3 mods now. Hey, 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 hey. Subscribe to my girl Bikini. Listen, Bikini has motivated me to stop doing my what I do, my Peloton bike every single day, and to switch it up. I added weights yesterday. I was late to practice today because I had to finish up a 45-minute weight. Was it a full body workout? I hurt though. There are parts of me that are in pain. But baby, when I turn 50, it's gonna be some serious business out here in these
Oh,
50-year-old
Lord.
streets.
Help us. Help us.
Girl, I'm excited. I ain't never been excited for a birthday. I was kind of excited for like 25, because that's when I started the dance studio. But this one is just different. Like, I'm grown. Okay. Hey, BJ Daz. Oh, welcome and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Dana's giving love. Foxy is giving love. Foxy, I don't know how you type in the chat. I can copy and paste in the chat. I can't type in the chat though. When we lie, you be multitasking too. Well, see, I got, I got my phone right here, but I can't. You're fancier. You got more devices. I need to upgrade my device life. Saki is giving love to everybody. BJ Dez is giving love. Dana is giving love. Saki is giving love to Foxy. Yes, if you didn't hit that like button on your way in, you guys, please hit that like button. Go back out, come right back in, and stay for a little bit. Bikini is giving love. Saki is giving love. Okay. The hair is on fleek. Mm-hmm. 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 Hey, Evo. Oh wait, I got you. I got you. Evo, we need some content. When we gonna get some content?
Ooh, I know she has some good ones on them rolls.
I
That
know,
trucking
right?
content.
Oh my goodness. That would be so awesome. On the
Trucking.
road with Evil. Child. All right. Saki is giving love. Evil is accepting all of the love and all of the things. Yes, and yes, and yes. All right, we at the bottom. Please subscribe to Evil. Content coming soon. Content pending. It's like that little rolling thing on the thing. Well, it's loading. It's coming. It's loading. All right, you guys. So today, Foxy said we are going to talk about women of color in the workplace. So I found a study. I like the way that they set this study up because it isn't like 1,000 words that I got to read every time I turn the screen. So when you see how many slides it is, if you didn't look at the article that I posted, it is in the description. It's not a lot of words, it's a lot of images, it's a lot of data, so we're going to dig into that. And then Foxy, when she wants to acknowledge or say something, and then I'll do the same. Oh, we got some more. I love both of y'all's here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like the listen. I'm doing all of the things I want it red. It's red. I had to let me tell y'all. So it was up in the little style.
No.
That's one of the things I like about the locks, because it gives me the opportunity. Before I locked it, my hair would stay in a ponytail because it was just long, and it just was it. I mean, it was too much. It stayed in a ponytail, and then when I straightened it, it wouldn't stay straight. So when I locked it, it's nice because I get to have hairstyles that I never would have. But my brain be hurting, and the styles be pulling like the back, and then it be too much. So I can get a good week out of that hairstyle, and then that'd be it. I'd be like, this morning I was like, they gotta come out. It's too much. So that's why it's kind of probably like all over the place, because it needs to settle down into just not being up. But thank you for the compliment, Saki. We appreciate you. What did Evil say? Girl, I'll have to be muted the way I be cussing folks out. That's what we want to hear. Evil, we want to hear it. We want to hear all of the things. We want to hear about that life. It's real.
Yes.
That would be such good content. Listen. Can y'all tell Evil that would be like the best content ever?
It would.
Life out here in these trucking streets, girl. I would be all in, like, Okay. Focus. We're gonna share this screen. I'll go through the first few just to give you guys some background about everything that we're gonna talk about. I think this is a really good study. Well, hello, Eagles. Welcome. Hey, I'm so happy and excited that you made it to a live. I got you over here too. Hold on, let me find you. You guys, if you have not done so, please subscribe to Eagles Soaring High. Eagles be over there preaching up some words. Ciao. All right. I'm glad you're here. Evil said, listen, Evil, I'm telling you, that content, you free 99 content, you'll be at 1,000 subscribers, girl. People will tune in for that. That trucking life, girl. All right, you guys. Okay, so let's get into it. So, like, this part of the thing, I want to make this. I can't make it bigger though. So I feel like I want to learn how to feel. See this empty space over here? I'm just talking out loud because I always want to improve. I want to make it better, bigger, but I don't think I can. Upload it. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go past. Evil. I need you to upload it. Please upload it and watch what happens. Can you upload it before I go to sleep tonight? So I can watch it and get a good shocking laugh, because I already know. Girl, upload it. All you got to do is hit the little plus button on YouTube and just upload it. Girl, Evil, come on. Do it. Just hit the little plus. And then it's right there. Don't even worry about going backstage. Just do it. I want to see it so bad. Okay, I'm gonna focus. Okay, look. Women of color in the workplace. The status of women of color in the workplace 2021. So this is a study from 2021, which is the most recent year. So I absolutely, I told y'all already, I love when stuff is like the most current, because That's more valid than stuff that's from 1980 and 90. All right, so let's read about it. The study targets critical areas for women of color at work and encompasses feedback from women of diverse backgrounds, spanning across different sectors. Our respondents disclosed whether their experiences were positive or negative, and whether their current place of work was where they foresaw long term or transitional employment based on their pay, roles, responsibilities, and everyday experiences. Navigating the workplace is complex. Child, it is very.
Yes.
For women of color, it is far more complicated. Far more complicated. Well, at least for this woman of color. I stay. Okay. First, they have to overcome politics in the workplace. I am not good with the political environment of the workplace. We're going to talk about it. Okay, let me focus. I'm going to focus. I promise. I'm going to focus. I'm hype, y'all. I just got done dancing and girl. What you know will take you far. However, who you know can take you where you want to go. In addition, women of color must develop immunity towards the biases, discrimination, and microaggressions that accompany being both a woman and a person of color. These are issues faced by many who find themselves at the intersection of identities. Whether they are gender, race, sexual orientation, or disability, this concept is known as intersectionality. Women of color face an emotional tax. I agree. Thwarting their advancement can have a detrimental impact on their well-being and eventually result in them leaving their workplaces. Those that go through discrimination are more likely to opt out of their jobs. Bias and discrimination are incredibly harmful to those experiencing it and to companies alike who risk losing talented employees that can bring value to the firm. Read the report and learn what you can do to make a difference for women of color in the workplace. All right, let me keep up with the chat. Eagles is speaking to everybody. Evil says, I'll check it out when you finish up. Got to get my big sis to help me. I'm so excited. Listen. I'm going, listen. Evil, help her. Please. I want it. All right, everybody is giving love to Eagles. Yay. All right, and Eagles is doing well. Okay, so let's get into it. That's the table of contents. We're going to roll past that one. We're going to stop here. Introduction. The workplace is not a happy space for women of color. Can we sing that again? The workplace is not a happy space for women of color. I agree. What do you say, Bryce? I'm sorry, Foxy.
It's okay.
You had it on your wall forever.
It was.
I know. I was like, it's back there. Girl.
It's back there. It's cool. Okay, yeah, I do agree with that. It's not a happy space for women of color, especially if you have a woman of color that's in a leadership that's over you and trying to hold you back because they're afraid of what you can do better than they are. So no, it is not a happy space.
And I have some examples. I have to tread really lightly with this discussion, though, because, the people be watching your girl and they be trying to get your girl in trouble because guess what? How dare a woman of color create a YouTube channel? Oh, my goodness. What? Girl. Anyway, the women of color demographic encompasses Latina women, Asian women, Black women, Native women, and anyone that defines themselves as a woman of color. Through this study, women of color can learn how to overcome their experiences by advocating for themselves. I literally just did this on Friday. I will share that story with you guys. Their counterparts can learn how to become allies, mentors, or sponsors. Leaders, managers, and HR professionals can take what you learn back to their companies and teams to improve company culture and revenue. All right, my big sis says, Saki says, well, there is a push to stop referring to ourselves as people of color, especially when we're speaking specifically about Black women.
I need that to be explained.
Why?
Yes, why? Do you know why, Saki? I haven't seen that study
I
or
know
that.
why. Just to further separate us. That's the only I just whatever we can do to divide and conquer. Child, please. Anywho. Okay. Our findings. There are some positive and negative findings in our study. The good news is that more than 50% of women of color have an ally. I have an ally. I will agree to that. I have an ally who is a younger white male. The women who are not of color in my workplace are not allies. That's all I'm gonna say. And the women, the makeup of the people of color in my workplace is 6%. Students of color is about 25 to 30%. That's a problem. The good news is that more than 50% of women of color have an ally, mentor, or sponsor at work and are negotiating their compensation. In addition, women of color are a highly educated group. Hampton alumni. The majority of our respondents have received post secondary education. The bad news is that more than 50% of women of color are unhappy with their current place of work, and their talent continues to be underutilized. As a result, a vast majority of women of color foresee opting out of their current workplace. Even though women of color are making progress in the workplace, they still have barriers to overcome. To get over them, women of color need their companies to invest in diversity, equity, inclusion programs to ensure they are valued, have opportunities to advance, and are compensated fairly. We literally just had a group of, I'm not going to put a label on them. We had a group of people show up at a board meeting because they were mad about a 21-day equity challenge that only about 10 people participated in across the district. So much so that it was in the news. Listen, people do not want to hear. They trying to change the whole curriculum of education. Like they want to take stuff out of books that it's already not enough stuff in the books about us in the beginning. They want to take all of that out too cuz they feel bad, I'm thinking. I don't know. All right. Saki says those that are referenced with us as people of color, many of them have it easier than we do. I agree with that. Yeah, any headway that black women make, others benefit from them. Oh, absolutely, due to the PLC label. Even when they don't participate in the securing of said benefits, they still reap from or off of our backs and hard works. I agree with that statement too. I agree with that statement. I have experience there. Child. All right, Foxy, if you want to, when you want to chime in, let me know. Let's get through these. I think we said number 8. So this is, I want to say her name is Geisha Williams. She's the first Latina chief executive of a Fortune 500 company. I'd like to see a world where there are so many Latina women leaders and women of all different backgrounds in the top jobs around the country. When that happens, we've succeeded. All right, so this is part 1, defining women of color in the workplace. All right, Foxy, nearly 150 women from diverse backgrounds and industries responded to the study. 41% of respondents recommended that their company receive a copy of the study's results. I should send this to my boss. I wonder what he would say. I really feel like I should. Okay, let's look at some stats. Overwhelmingly, Black women participated in the study. Approximately 18% of respondents were Latina, and close to 17% were of Asian descent. Unfortunately, Native women were almost elusive in our research. So, this study, even though it's about all women of color, the majority of the respondents in this study, 60%, is Black women. Okay. So that's our reference base. 60% of the respondents of this study are Black women. Women of color in the workplace represent a highly educated group with the ambition and talent to achieve their full potential and dreams. The only thing I can say about the education field is that you can't get into the field if you don't have a degree. What do you say about retail, Foxy?
What I say about retail is that I was in retail backstory for over 20 something years. I started off at the bottom. I made my way all the way up until the top, and then I got blocked because I had a person that was above me. She was a black female, and she had a job that was higher than mine. So she kind of blocked my blessings and me moving forward because she needed me to be where I was at to make her look good.
Mm.
And when I got tired of a job that I was with for 20 something years, I just left because it wasn't worth my energy and giving them all my knowledge anymore. So I went on and I made a decision and I left that company. And when I left that company in that particular spot, it started to crumble without me. So then they knew who was, doing what they had to do to keep it standing.
Interesting. Is this the job you just retired from?
Oh yes, I retired from that one. Sure did.
And so your people be calling you and telling you like, "Girl, it's a
Yes,
mess."
it's a mess. And you know what? And I don't entertain it. I don't wish anything on anybody. But this particular person, if I saw her on the street, I would walk past her like she was a ghost, and I would not acknowledge her.
And that's the sad part is that she was a black woman.
She was a black woman, and the bad part about it is that she was very smart, and she could have had a lot of us just up under her and just blew up out of the Michigan market, and she didn't do that. So now she's crumbling because she don't have the people there.
I had a experience kind of like that. I was working in the you know the charter school movement and all of that. So we still have a few charter schools here. I was working at a charter school, and the charter school was run, operated, and owned by a black married couple. And the guy was kind of like the face of the company, but he wasn't like the brains of the company. It was the wife. The wife was making all of the decisions pretty much. There was an opportunity for me to get some professional development for my specific job. It was called Coaching 101. And I was an educational coach in this charter school. And this, I went to, it was a free professional development. The only thing is that I would have had to be off of work for 4 days. Typically, in education, when you need to go to professional development, your district will release you to go because they want you to get that knowledge. So it wasn't something that needed to be paid for, it was something that was free. When I walked into her office to explain to her why I wanted these 4 days off and what I was doing it, and I showed her everything, she told me that I couldn't go. She told me that I couldn't go because it would make me valuable. She said, it's going to put your name in the coaching directory across the state. And then other people, other districts will see that you have this certification, and they will come looking for you. And I just couldn't believe a black woman would say that to me. I was just like, wow. And so I went anyway. I went anyway. And it was one of the best experiences. It was one of the best professional development experiences I ever had. And it was worth me being laid off after the fact. So if she ever see this, I hope she know you are a terrible human being. That's all.
Yes.
That's all. All right, Saki says we are the biggest blocks to the progress of other black women, and it is sad. It is sad, sad, sad,
It is.
sad,
It is.
girl. All right, let's go on. Nearly 60% reported that their highest level of educational attainment is some sort of post undergraduate training. So 34% of the respondents have bachelor's. Another 38 or 40% almost have a master's. You have some with college, some vocational, doctorates, law school, and business school. All right. Issues women of color face in the workplace. All right, let's see if you have these issues or if I have them, Foxy, or if anybody in the chat has them. Let us know
Yes.
so we can read your comment. Women of color have the credentials. Check. Competencies and skills to succeed. Check. Yet, many feel that their workplaces do not acknowledge what they have to offer. Say you, Foxy.
I can just check on that one. That was me.
Yeah. This is something that I'm kind of going through at my current place. I am during the school year, I am a teacher. During the summer, I am an administrator for the summer program. I am now being asked to do administrative duties as a teacher, but I'm only a teacher right now. So I'm not receiving the pay of an administrator. I'm also not receiving any type of title of an administrator. Yeah, I just keep getting pushed. Like, can you just do this? I know you know how to do this. Can you just do this? Can you just do that? And the sad part is there's a lot of pushback from my colleagues because they don't understand and I don't burden them with all the extra things that I help to do, and they be in their feelings because they just don't understand anything. And then they try to compare themselves. They try to make sure they're not doing more than me or whatever. And they, mind you, they have no idea what I do. So they look at how many kids you have in this class. Well, she only has this many, and I have this many, or I have this many hours, and she only has that many hours. Mind your business. People need to mind their business. A lot of times in the workplace, you have no idea the extra stuff that people do just to make the machine keep moving behind the scenes.
Yes.
But they always want to compare. And mind you, I'm the only Black teacher. Not just the female, I'm the only Black teacher in this remote environment. And they be in their feelings, and because I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them. They all get around and talk to each other, but I don't talk to anybody. So they have no idea what I do. None. But they
Whether not they know if they're watching this live.
Somebody gonna tell them, girl.
Yeah, they're gonna. You know what? But that is so true. I just remember what you went through with that. Going back to what you're talking about with that coaching position. I remember how it made you feel when she said that to you, and that was distorting. You know, that was devastating to anybody. For like Saki said, for we are Black women, it's crazy how they pull us back, and you would think you would try to help us all up because once we're all on top, we're all on top. And I just don't get it. So I don't know. Maybe that's me being naive. Maybe that's me because I feel like if I make it up there, I'm gonna help the next person get to where they got to go to. I don't know. So it's just, girl, don't get me started.
All right, Saki says, but Foxy and family, she needed you to be where you were. As you said, you made her look good. And she couldn't do that without you. She needed you beneath her because you could take her job. She already knew. And that's why she probably struggling today because she shouldn't have done that. Yep. Evil said, amen. As a female technician, I was catching hell, but I decided to remove myself from the dealership and just have my own customers because of the Southern men outlook on it and found ish to get rid of. Nana, hey Nana Branch, how
Hey,
are
Nana.
you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. To get rid of me for that wasn't anything you was doing wrong. Okay, wait, I gotta read it all. As a female, let me go back and forth. As a female technician, I was catching hell, but I decided to remove myself from the dealerships and just have my own customers because of the Southern men's outlook on it. Found ish to get rid of me. They found stuff to get rid of you for that wasn't anything you was doing wrong. Right. You wasn't doing anything wrong, but they was just finding stuff, looking for stuff.
Right.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Child.
Oh,
Child, listen, I had a whole meeting Friday because they run and tell my boss, she this and she that. And I had to tell him every single thing I did to protect them. And he was like, what? I didn't know you did that. I said, I know you didn't. I do a whole lot of stuff to keep your life easy and to help them. And they have no idea. But they want to run and tell you what I got too many kids in this class and girl, mind your business. All of it.
Ooh,
All of it.
I gotta read this next one when we get to it.
Okay. Evil's giving love to Nana. Everybody's loving on Nana. Nana's giving love back. Please support the channel. Hit the Cash App.
You gotta pay for them lights.
I gotta pay on these lights next month. Hit the Cash App, please. Hit the Cash App. Evil, we know you got some stories. That's why we waiting on you. We waiting on you. All right, Foxy, go for it.
Okay, my manager promised things during the interview that they can't deliver. I only use 40% of my skills and experience. Woo, Jesus. Yep, them interviews, they do promise stuff and they don't deliver.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Premier.
All right, Evil.
What?
All right, Evil.
So 8:30 her time is what time? Our time?
It's 9:30 our time, I think.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're gonna be done.
Listen, Evil, I got a little chill. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I have no idea what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna be here for all of the things.
Ooh,
I am so excited.
oh my God.
Girl. Yes, Evil. Yes. Okay. Let's
Okay.
keep going.
Okay. Women of color opt out of the workplace at higher rates than their counterparts. Even though they have the necessary talent, ambition, confidence, and determination to succeed, they receive less support and access to the leadership at work, which could help them get ahead. Do that sound familiar, Keith?
Listen, let me tell you what happened. Friday. So our next semester starts tomorrow. Friday, we had a half a day with the kids, and then in the afternoon, we supposed to get our grades together, set up, and get ready for second semester. I had to have a meeting with my boss because I had to explain to him how they complaining about nothing when I do all of the stuff that they have no idea that I do. And then I had to break down what I do. Then receive less support. At the end of the day, I had to add a kid into a program that I don't use. I sent my boss and the counselor, like, can y'all please add this kid and put the class in there? I got an email back. Mind you, I'm a teacher. I'm not supposed to be adding kids into programs and doing that. That's administrative work. Well, no, we need the people over the programs to put that stuff in. I wanted to send them an email with cuss words. It took me an hour. And then when I did it, I made a mistake and I added a wrong class. So I emailed, like, I don't know how to delete the class. The counselor was like, oh, I just went in and deleted it. I wanted to say, bitch, you could have put it in then. Girl, just support your girl. I be over here helping y'all do y'all stuff and you couldn't put the class in. Like, it just be the little petty things, right? And then when I pull out my petty card, they all get into their feelings. All of the people be in their feelings. Girl, okay.
It is a very cutthroat environment. Given the current climate, it's difficult to gauge where I may end up. I am preparing for the worst, but staying optimistic that things will improve. What would make me stay another 5 years at my current company? The truth is, the way I would stay is if I cannot find a way out. I am the only person of color and it's taking its toll on me. I believe some of our stakeholders are racist. Many are sexist. One board member believes in class system.
Wow. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Anybody agree with that one? Yes,
I agree with all of this. Mm-hmm. What would make me stay another 5 years at my current company? If I can't get a way out. That's sad, right?
Most of it's security.
It's sad. That's what makes people stay where they are, because they stuck. Being stuck is why people stay. Not because it's joyful, not because I feel like y'all care about me as a human being, because I'm stuck. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to the
The
chat and then
chat.
we'll go back. Yep. Evil, I got it. I got it. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so awesome. I hope everybody in our little Spiritsburg. I need everybody. Let me put it in there again. Hold on. Y'all wait. Let me do my thing. Let me grab the link. Hold on, y'all. Be patient. I need everybody. I need every, not every. I need every. Everybody, can y'all please, and turn your notifications on too, please. Can y'all please go subscribe to my sister's channel? Mm-hmm. Because we about to have a world premiere. She's stepping out. Oh, onto these YouTube streets. I'm so excited for you, Evil. I'm so excited. Ah! I'm trained in an old, oh, this is Saki. I'm trained in an old white male dominated industry. They did their best to block me during my residency. Wow. I couldn't wait to hang my own shingle. Now I work for myself and no one can stop me. That's how you do it. That's how
Yeah.
you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nana is clapping. Yes. I need y'all to please hit that subscribe. Evil is dropping content tonight. Yes. But her thought process is already negative. What are you talking about, Nana? About why you stay somewhere? Is that what we're talking about?
That's what it sounds like.
It's negative, but it's true. On many days I feel the same way. You get stuck in a career, and especially in the dominated man's world, we are women. We are, but we are valuable and we do the same jobs. We've learned this at my when I did that study on Bell Hooks, when we did her book, we learned since the beginning. We've been doing the same jobs that men have been doing, but
Mm-hmm.
we get far less credit and we get far less compensation for equal work. That's the American way. All right, let's keep going. Women of color state that it is unlikely that their current place of work is where they will retire. Is that true for you, Foxy?
That's what was true for me before I left them. Yes.
I have been at a few different districts. Do I think I will retire at the district that I am in? It is not my intention to remain a classroom teacher. So that is all I will say. I will also say that I do not feel as though I will be allowed out of the classroom in my current district. But don't forget, I have administrative duties during the summer. So I'm a certified administrator. I have my administrator credentials. But I do not believe, because of the politics of all of the things, that I will ever be let out of the classroom. I think they are scared of your girl.
Ooh, Lord, Lord,
I
Lord,
do.
Lord, Lord.
I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta be the squeaky wheel, because when these machines keep doing what they do and nobody intervenes and nobody questions the things, I question all of the things. All of the things. And that makes people uncomfortable. But I'm okay with that. All right, let's keep going. Women of color face a double barrier. Boom. They are both women and people of color. Therefore, they have a steeper path to climb than white females and males of color. We learned that from that Bell Hooks study. They are less sought out for leadership opportunities and for positions of influence. Women of color often feel like outsiders. I do. I don't talk to nobody, which thwarts their ability to contribute and can often contribute to their inability to advance. As a result, they may eventually opt out of the workplace at higher rates than other demographics. All right, I'm gonna do the chat, Foxy, and you can get ready to read the next one. Yes, congratulations for Evil and Saki helping her get it together. Boom. Learn to do everything. They become absolutely, Nana. Yes. Yes. But they want you to know all of the things. They want you to know. They just don't want to give you the position or the paper, the dollars that come with the fact that you know all of the things. Um, all right, for me, their attitudes made me learn even more. Exactly. I'm always learning. I learn so many things. I do the things, and I'm like, okay, check. I can add that to my resume. That's all. That's what I do. I just keep my resume very, very current. And there's a lot of places that are looking for administrators. So just always, just at least once a month, just, do a little job search and see what's going on. Make sure your resume is up to date. hmm hmm I am so proud of all my Black sisters who stand strong in the workplace. Thank you, Evo. Yes. All right, Foxy, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Concrete ceiling. Women of color face a different type of barrier, and it is more difficult barrier to overcome. The glass ceiling does not apply to women of color. Experts refer to the ceiling for women of color as concrete because one cannot envision how it must be broken. Therefore, opportunities for women of color may seem less tangible.
Because it's not usually a concrete ceiling, it's usually a glass ceiling, right? That we supposed to break through.
Well, the next slide will tell us that because we got a side-by-side view of the ceilings.
Let's do it.
Caucasian women, glass ceiling. Asian American women, bamboo ceiling. All women of color, concrete ceilings.
We're not going to read all of this, but this is interesting. Look at all of these words. So they're saying white women break through glass ceilings. Asian American women break through bamboo ceilings. I'm not even about to say all women of color. Black women, because 60% of these respondents are black. Break through a concrete ceiling. Do you know how much energy it takes to break concrete?
A big old sledgehammer and then some bulldozers and a big old ball thingy.
And that is why it is exhausting in the workplace for Black women. It is mentally and emotionally, it is exhausting when you are trying to break through a freaking concrete ceiling.
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
I feel like expectations for me as a Black woman are much higher than those of my white female counterparts. It seems that more is required of me emotionally as well. It feels like I am expected to go above and beyond while my colleagues at the same level just do what is described in our job descriptions. Ooh!
I just told y'all what's happening to me. It's 4 teachers. It's 4 remote teachers. I'm one of the 4. Out of the 4 remote teachers, I am the only one asked to do administrative duties.
Ooh.
But I went and told my union president, though. I sure did.
Good for you.
I did, because this is ridiculous. All right, let's keep going.
Women of color experience numerous barriers and biases every day. Sometimes people harbor ideas about folks who are different than them. Typically, these ideas aren't accurate. These are called biases. Everyone has biases. Biases compel people to judge others based on gender, race, class, or ability. Biases are prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or a group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. Sometimes biases prevent women of color from getting ahead. We had a whole class on that. This was called unconscious bias, where we had to take the class, we had to do a study, and know the difference between being biased and unconscious bias, so we won't be looking at people in a certain way. How you would look at, like, say if I went into a store, I just give this prime example. I remember was going to a conference. We was at the airport. We went into the Coach or the Gucci store. It was a bunch of Black women, all upper level, all managers and stuff. And it was a couple of the white women with us. The people, and we walked in first. Do you know they did not acknowledge us, but they went to the white woman and acknowledged them. And we all looked like, wow. And then they followed us around the store. We was like, sweetie, we can buy anything we want in this building if we wanted to. So at that point, we was like, okay, you know what? So I asked, so me being who I was, I asked to speak to the manager. I said, you know what? I said, you see all these women right here. You know how much money is about to walk out your building? Let me tell you right now. You could have made a profit of over $5,000 just from the few that was in us. But because the way we was treated, we are not going to spend our money in the establishment. I just want you to know that, and we will be letting corporate know how we were treated in this establishment, and we left out because
I remember. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead. It was just daunting.
I remember Oprah had an experience like that. I remember it was big news when she had went um France or somewhere, and she went in a store,
That
and
real expensive
yeah,
purse,
yeah, and they were,
That Birkin store.
yeah, you remember that?
Yes,
It
that
made
Birkin
it made the
store.
news. Oprah was like, "For real?
I can buy every
Okay,
Birkin bag in this place.
girl."
It was a Birkin, the Hermes store. Yeah, they told her and they didn't know who she was, and she could have bought the whole store out if she wanted to.
Yep. That's why people need to, you need to be able to set your biases to the side.
Yeah.
Evil says, I was applying at a transmission shop. He told me he asked a blog he's on, and they basically told him everybody was going to be divorced. Laughing my A off. I said, you told them you were hiring a female tech, not a hoe. Oh, oh,
What the? What?
oh,
Evil? What? Oh,
oh, child. What?
evil?
What? What? So he go, girl. These people are ridiculous, girl. All right, let's keep going. We're not about to read all of this. Common barriers and biases for women of color. Prove it again. The tightrope, double bind, and likability biases. Isolation.
Yeah.
We're not reading all of that. Women of color are underpaid, undervalued, and without the ability to advance in some workplaces. Yet they often contribute more and are overqualified.
Yes.
I got a couple few degrees. Yes.
It's a couple of you and working on another one.
Girl. Yes. But they won't let me out the classroom because I'm problematic. Evil says he told me he will only guarantee me 2 weeks, and I was there 9 months before his twin sons finished high school, then laid me off. But I learned how to rebuild transmissions, but he couldn't put me under. That's the one thing. Whenever I'm somewhere that I know they don't want me to be, I learn
Everything.
everything that I absolutely can while I'm
Yes.
there.
Yes.
All right, I got to skip past Saki because she's finishing here. But he couldn't put me under contract because I wasn't permanent. Then why didn't he just make you permanent? Right?
Because he was being a.
All right, Saki says they were assuming that because she was a female tech that the men would end up divorced because there was not a female working there. He should have never paid attention to the blog. Right. I would listen.
They thought she was gonna go up in there and start to say, "Hey, I'm
And try to
here.
get with everybody. Like,
Hey,
stop it.
can I get your check on Friday?"
Right. And it's just
What
so
the hell?
disrespectful.
What the hell? That's real respectful.
But why would he even repeat that? Like, even if he read the blog, even if that was in his, why would that come out of your mouth to the female that you're, listen.
Because he was that man.
All right, I'm going to move past all of that chart.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to this one. Women of color know that they are underpaid, and research supports their lesser earnings. There is a 20% pay gap between non-Hispanic white women and white men, and the disparity widens for women of color. The pay gap is 45% for Latina women, 40% for Native women, and 37% for Black women. While Asian women have the smallest pay gap at 15%, they face other unique barriers preventing them from being placed in executive positions. Women earn less than men at virtually every occupation level, even though women make up almost half the workforce. Even though Women make up almost half the workforce, are more likely to be the sole heads of household, and pursue more education. Multiple factors contribute to the pay disparity, notably biases towards women and women of color in the workplace. All right, Evil said, right. One dude hit me on my ass one day. I was about to say, I know you hit him back, Eva. I punched that beat in the mouth.
Woo, that was video worth.
I punched that beat in the mouth. Nobody ever tried me again. Girl. And he deserved it.
Yes.
Because they thought they was gonna make the blog come true.
Right.
Like,
and they thought they can get away with whatever they can do to her.
right.
She wasn't gonna say nothing and go crying home like, oh, they messing with me. No, thank you, Evo. Boom. Oh my God, I can live vicariously through Evo. Thank you.
I'm so excited. Okay, we can't be here forever, Fox,
I
because
know.
we gotta tune into Evo.
I know.
I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm just gonna read the title.
Yeah.
Women of color feel lonely and are often undervalued in the workplace. I agree with that.
Mhm.
I don't know that I feel lonely though. I like isolation. I like not talking to the people. I don't mind being isolated. But am I alone? I am. I want to be treated fairly and I want my input to be valued. I agree with that statement. I want my workplace to be on a level playing field. I agree with that statement. And where I don't always feel required to go above and beyond when my white colleagues can do the bare minimum. I agree with that. And still be promoted, rewarded with salary increases, and placed in positions of leadership. I'm amen to that whole statement. I'm going through it. Evo said, my video is only 4 minutes. Evo, it don't matter if it's 2, 1. It's important. You got to start somewhere. One little baby step at a time. One little baby step at a time, Evo. We just excited for you. All right, part 3, overcoming obstacles. We're not about to read that chart, girl. That's too many things. How do allies, mentors, and sponsors work? I'm gonna read this only because I want to see if their description fits my meaning of an ally, a mentor, or a sponsor. I don't feel like I really have I don't have a mentor. I don't have a sponsor. I do feel like my boss is sometimes an ally, but he's younger. He's a white privileged male. And so he doesn't always understand. But what I will give him is that he always asks. He always wants to understand my view. And for that, I appreciate him. And he doesn't take offense when I keep it real with him. He is the only person at my job that I can have a for real conversation with and be totally who I am and not worry about the politics of what I say. All right, having an ally at work is like forming a buddy system. Colleagues vouch for one another at work and pledge to stick together. I have no colleagues that stick with me, none. All of the colleagues that I had left or retired. Usually an ally is a person who is in a similar boat. Usually a mentor is a person in a senior position. He is not my mentor, who offers advice, consultation, and amicable support. A sponsor can make a difference between where an employee is now and where she would like to go professionally. I don't have that. Sponsors have a seat at the decision-making table at work and are willing to advocate on another employee's behalf behind closed doors. My boss is, I guess sometimes he is my sponsor, because if he needs me to do something and he needs me to get into a position to do it, he will put me there. Typically, the employee they are advocating for is in a junior position. All right, Foxy, you can read this one.
There's a lot of favoritism, bro culture, and not enough diversity for women and women of color, especially in the technical fields and leadership roles. I have had to help do extra work on my own time to help encourage more mentorship, sponsorship, and more.
Yeah.
Allies.
Ours in the education field, it's not even that it's a bro culture. Our field is dominated by white people. Literally. It is the whole state of Michigan. Their demographics of the makeup of educators is kind of like our district. It's about a 20-30% people of color, and the rest are white people. It is a white dominated field
I
in
need more
general.
share.
Now, all the district makeups are not the same, but across the state, the average, it pretty much is the same.
Yeah,
All right, I'm just going to read the title of this one.
yeah.
Allies, mentors, and sponsors can significantly aid women of color. I agree with that. While good relationships are fundamental, women of color must have their own back. Period. You have to,
Period.
I've
One hundred
learned
percent.
this. Yep. I had to learn that I have to note everything that I do so that when I get asked, well, why or how, I can just read it off. I'll be like, I took the time to tell you it took me this long to do this. It took me this long to do that. It took me this long to that. You have to advocate for yourself. If you don't speak up for yourself, they will continue to railroad you. They will continue to act like you're doing nothing special and that they can live without you. If I leave any position, I always set it up so that yeah, you gonna replace me, but you gonna feel the difference.
Thank you. Yep, sure will. I did it.
Period.
Point.
Period.
Let's read some comments.
So we got Evil said, period. Saki says, now I really don't even understand how that happens because Michigan is heavily populated. No, Detroit.
Detroit is
Detroit.
happening.
No.
Detroit is
Detroit
happening.
is not the capital. Lansing is the capital. You got to factor in the Upper Peninsula here,
Mm-hmm.
all of the suburban districts. So Detroit school district, that's why I said it's not all of the districts separately. Their school district, their makeup of their students as well as their teachers, educators is totally different from a lot of the other districts in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
But across the state in general, it's white people. Detroit is just a pocket. Detroit is not everything. Michigan is huge. Evil says, out here on the road, I will help all women because men like to see you struggle so they can say that's why we shouldn't be out here. Get out of here, Evil. Get out of here. Any man, listen, y'all, let me tell you, I'm trying to make a correlation because that's kind of how I think sometimes. Your truck driving men probably reside in the manosphere somewhere. That's that manosphere thinking. Oh, well, she want to be equal. Let her figure it out for herself. Shut up. That's ridiculous. All right. Let's keep going. We're not going to read all of this. Women of color advocate for themselves. They send a message about their value. Absolutely. I just had a meeting Friday with my boss and I had to break it down. Like I did a lot of stuff for you first semester because I wanted this program to succeed. But second semester, and if you want me to stay here next year, things need to change. Things need to change because this is what I've been doing. And you probably don't even pay attention to all of the extra stuff you asked me to do for you that I've done. So let me show you what I did. And I did. I listed it. And he was like, oh, 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 okay. Right. You don't even pay attention to all the stuff you asked me to do. You don't ask nobody else to do the stuff. You just ask me to do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. These are just graphs. Go ahead, Foxy. You can read this one. We're on 38.
Okay. I was able to negotiate my base salary, but only got a 2% increment. I can't finish that. 2%. Also, I was brought at a level that is not in line with my 20 years of experience. And while the company argued that it was a lateral move, it really was not. It feels lower than the level I had at my previous employer. Wow.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That does happen a lot.
Evil said most of them are clear, good old boys. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can never stop a driven spirit. Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
not. While women of color may face challenges negotiating when they opt out of negotiating during interviews, annual reviews, or when advancing, they stand to lose between 40 to 50% in earnings. Oh, look, I got a good story for this. My daughter called me today. She's in college. And she was like, "Ma, what you doing?" She never do. Girl, I'm always doing something. So anyway, I was like, "Well, what are you doing?" So she was sitting in the parking lot at Dick's Sporting Goods. I said, "Well, why are you sitting in the parking lot at Dick's Sporting Goods?" She was like, "Because I just came back from an interview." I said, "Oh, well, that's good. You need a job, girl, because you know you expensive." And so she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how much are you gonna, are they offering? Do you think you're gonna get it? And how much are they offering you?" And she was like, "Well, they asked me what I wanted, and I said between 13 and 15." I said, "So you're willing to take $13 an hour or less?" I said, "You should have said 20." And she was like, "But why?" I said, "Because if you would have came in at 20, they probably would have given you 15. Don't undersell yourself. Overvalue yourself so that they can negotiate. You just told them you're willing to take $13 an hour when you're worth more than $13 an hour." And she was like, "Well, I didn't know." I said, "That's why you should always talk to your mom, girl. You got to be out here in these streets.
Why
You got to
shouldn't
learn
call
how to
her
talk."
auntie?
And she could have called her auntie. She trying to be a big girl doing things on her own.
I
She was like,
get it.
"I do too."
I get it. And you know what? You got to be proud of her because she's out there doing it. And yeah.
Yeah. So that's just advice for anybody. When you go to a job interview, if they if it's not a base salary, if it's not negotiable, anything that's negotiable, you always come in on the high end. Overvalue yourself. It is we live in a capitalist society. They are not going to give you more than what you think you are worth. They're just
Right.
not. They're trying to save money, and they will save it on the back of you. And you'll be doing the same thing that people are making twice as much as you are making. And you're making less. And then you're gonna be frustrated when you find out how much they making and you doing the same job. Mm-hmm. All right. Part 4, the status of diversity, equity, inclusion. I don't think we need to do part 4, Foxy.
No, we can skip past 5
Let's
4.
get past part 4 and let's go to part 5, the case for women of color. All right. Retaining women of color talent is important. It is too costly for a business not to retain women of color. Hiring, retaining, and promoting women of color at all levels provides a diverse set of experiences that enhances creativity and innovative ideas and practices within a company. The talent and experiences of women of color will enhance the bottom line, particularly for companies who thrive off innovation and new ideas. Women of color are critical members of decision-making teams. Period. Period. Any boss, please understand, women of color are valuable. They bring value to any table that they sit out, no matter what the manosphere wants you to believe. I do not like the manosphere.
You really don't. Every time you say something, they ain't gonna manosphere.
Girl, it is the bane of my it's an interesting place, but I had to unsubscribe from so many people because it has become the bane of my existence how they talk bad about women and women of color. All right, Saki said the sad part is a lot of white women are in a position to help to be an ally for black women, yet they can't get past their implicit racial bias regarding black women, so they will help Asians. I'm experiencing that at my job. The white women are mad because they feel like I get special privileges while they don't understand how many things I protect them from. And I kind of told one the other day and her mouth almost hit the floor. She was like, "Well, can you just take 2 more students?" I said, "Let me tell you why I cannot take 2 more students. Because first semester I did A, B, C, D through Z. And you didn't get affected by it. You didn't get one email asking you to do anything extra. I did. And so since I know that that's going to continue into second semester, no ma'am." And she was like, "Oh, okay." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Evil said, "Listen," in my Saki voice. "Automotive instructor told me you have 2 things against you: female and black. Know your ish inside and out, and you will write your own check." Facts. Facts. That's why I be so comfortable and confident talking shit at work. Facts. Facts. Yet the Asians wouldn't be where they are if it weren't for having been lumped into people of color, POC, with Black women. That's why there is the push for separation from the use of that word as a descriptor. That makes
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I went through with all 8 S's. Rumors were I was screwing the instructor. Girl.
Ooh.
Ah, girl.
Why?
We always got to be doing something ridiculous if we get promoted, or you know what I'm saying? Like, child, please. Yes, knowledge is power, and it is powerful. And when you flex your knowledge, it is deadly. Women of color are invested in their company's DEI efforts. We are. I am. Full steam ahead. I am over a DEI club in my district. DEI programming leads to better everything. No, I'm going to disagree with that because some DEI is literally just to look good. Some of it is not doing anything other than words on a piece of paper that they can push out to the public to say, we believe in diversity and equity and inclusion. What I would say to companies like that is look at the makeup of their boards, look at the makeup of their senior staff members. If the makeup of their boards does not reflect their diversity, if the makeup of their senior staff does not reflect that diversity, they're full of shit. We're going to just keep it there. Actions women of color companies and allies can take. All right, we're going to end it with this, Foxy.
Yeah.
What actions can women of color take to close the wage gap? Develop negotiation skills, consult a mentor, seek out a mentor, do your homework, discuss money and pay with friends. One of the things when I was younger, it was so taboo to talk about how much money you make.
Right.
Now that I'm older, I feel like they condition people to not talk about what they make with their colleagues so that they could keep the disparity in pay going.
Yes.
I really believe that. And do away with the imposter syndrome. What is that? The phenomenon in which people, usually high achieving professionals, do not consider themselves qualified for their position and convince themselves that they have cheated their way into it. Girl, child, please. Ain't no Black person, ain't no Black woman nowhere feeling like that. Not one. I can tell you that. We deserve more.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Well,
what can we do to overcome the concrete ceiling? Nothing. It's there. What can companies do to help eliminate the wage gap? Pay people fairly. How can companies achieve their DEI goals? Keep it real. This is just me summarizing for y'all. I know I'm gonna read all these words. Keep it real.
Yeah.
A series of steps can bring companies closer to their DEI goals. Okay, I'm about to read the chat. Saki says, yes, we aren't allowed just to be smart. We must have been sleeping with someone that could propel us to where we are. The sad fact is a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and prayers is behind the success. Child, please.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and yes. And a lot of long, late nights, a lot of no-dos when I was an undergrad in school, repeating accounting because it was not my ministry. We do a lot to get to where we are, and it is undervalued. We are underpaid, and we are I'm trying to think of a good word for how people just don't think we are worthy of what we should have.
That's it. Worthy.
Is that what it is?
Just worthy. Know your worth.
Know your worth. Yes.
If you don't know your worth, who will?
Know your worth. All right, exactly, Saki, and it's sad as F. Start your own business and write your own check. I agree with that. That's why I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Because I took all of my dance studio energy since my dance studio closed, and I've been pouring it into my YouTube channel. So can y'all please subscribe to the channel and help your girl get to her first goal of 500 by 50? That's the goal. 500 by 50. We got to June to get me to 500 subscribers so I can celebrate 500 for 50 with y'all and put together some crazy kind of banging video because I got some things happening behind the scenes.
Oh boy.
I can't. Saki says, when you own the company, you call the shots. No other Black woman, and certainly no woman or man of another ethnicity, can pee on your parade. Facts.
Thank you, Saki, for that.
Yes, facts. Exactly. I'm building my fleet. Yes, Evo.
Evo. All right. Made me want to go to truck school.
Build, boo, build.
Yes, build that fleet. Show them those men what you are made of.
And punch another one in the face so I can laugh and record it and put it on your channel so I can giggle, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. Companies must include Black women and their lived experiences at work. They don't like to hear about my lived experiences, but my boss hears about all of the things all of the time. Companies must include Latinas and their lived experiences. Company must include Native women and their lived experiences. Company must include Asian women and their lived experiences. Be an ally. So I'm not even reading it. I'm summarizing. Be what you need for other people, be that. While
Yes.
all of the other three teachers question what I do, I looked out for them. I protected them from a lot of things that they had no idea. And so whether they appreciate it, whether they know about it, or whether they understand it or not, I am an ally. I'm just not what they think, or I don't fit into the box of what they think an ally should be doing, because I do my ally very quietly. I do things very behind the scenes. I like it like that at work. I don't need to be in front of everything at work. The only time I need to be on the screen is when I'm in front of my kids. Other than that, I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes to help everybody achieve. I do it for my students and I do it for the grown-ups that I work with, and they have no
Ooh,
idea.
excuse the yarn.
You over there burping. All
I
right.
said, excuse the yarn. I was yarning. you know,
Mm-hmm,
it's past my best.
Girl, right. The only reason I'm over
Okay.
is because I still got these lights in my face. All right,
Okay.
Saki says, as Black women, we've been conditioned to rely on a check from someone, something other than our own merit. So we are willing to work for freaking peanuts just to get a guaranteed check, with no guarantees at all of getting the check that we truly deserve, and no guarantees that we will be valued, appreciated, promoted, acknowledged, or even allowed to remain employed. Facts.
100 facts, Saki.
Facts. I told my boss this the other day. My boss is a younger white man, and he was saying something to me about he needed to do this and he needed to do that. I said, you need to take a break and focus on you and your family because you're replaceable. And he looked at me. I said, if you didn't wake up tomorrow morning, your job will be posted tomorrow afternoon and you would be replaced.
Facts.
And he just looked at me like, you know what? You're right.
You're right.
I said, exactly. So focus on you and everything else will flow from there. And he didn't know I was like almost 50 years old. So like when I hit him with my age, he was like, and we've been working together for about 6 years. He was like, oh my God, I didn't know. I was like, that's why I got these little things of wisdom coming out all the time for you.
Okay, wisdom speaking.
All right. Evil said, you are right. You sure are right, Saki. But oh boy, when you hang your own shingle, don't expect for your own people to. Girl, listen. Girl, when I had my dance studio, everybody wanted a discount. Nobody could afford the classes. They couldn't afford the costumes. They couldn't afford to pay for competition. Nobody. They didn't want to do fundraisers. They needed a discount. Yes, I definitely agree with that statement. When you working with your people, they always looking for something for less, but they will go spend all of their coins with the white man. Yep, I agree. Nana says, amen. You have to step out on faith and know that you will achieve your goals. Follow your gut. It will never steer you wrong. The universe will provide and help will come from unexpected sources. Amen. Education is not my first career, you guys. This is my third career. I used to be in the business world. I owned a dance studio. I left there. I got into education. I reopened a dance studio and COVID shut it down. I am experiencing all of the things that the world has to offer. I am unafraid. The universe always takes care of me through all of the places and the transitions that I make in life. Do not be afraid to step out on faith. Do not be afraid to change your career. Do not be afraid to start some type of business that you absolutely love. That is where you will find your value. That is where you will find who you are. Do it. Just do it. Just like Evil just uploaded that video. Just do it. Do all of the things. Get
Okay.
out of your comfort zone. Do some things that feel a little scary sometimes. The universe will make a way for you. It will. I am a testimony living. I can promise you. The universe always comes through. Now, it might not be how you think it's supposed to be. It might not look how you think it's supposed to look, because sometimes it can get a little messy out there with the universe doing what its thing. But just trust. Just trust the universe, child. All right. It is not until after you gain notoriety and get some public acknowledgement from clear folks that you will finally garner the acceptance that you've always wanted from people that look like you. That's such a sad statement, though. That is such a sad statement.
But it's true.
It's true. Black people have been conditioned to support anything that has the clear stamp of approval. Then they will spend their last dollars in the world supporting it. Very true. Once your company gains good reviews from clear folks, people that look like you will begin beating your door down. It is a shame, but we as a people have got to do better. But that is another conversation for another day, child. Don't start me to preaching about the ways in which we as a people fail each other daily.
I see a content coming on from Saki about that.
Oh, you already know Saki about to do it. All
And
right,
we're there for it.
let's read the conclusion. This is our last slide. Conclusion. The truth is, our companies have a long way to go and cannot afford to slow down or reduce their diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. Studies say by 2060, what is this, 2022?
2060. Oh Lord. Okay.
Well, I mean, it'll be here in
Yeah.
40s, 40, 48. Is that 48? I can't even count. 30, 38 years. That mental math listen, do you know kids don't know how to do mental math no more? That's a whole nother story. They do this strange kind of math now. They draw this square and you gotta put, girl, I be like, just,
That's that new math.
my kids used to cry when I used to try to help them with their homework. Cause I'd be like, girl, here go the answer. And my daughter would be looking like, well, how did you get that? I said, she was like, but that's not how I learned how to do it. And I'm going to get in trouble. I was like, girl, I can't help you then. Studies say by 2060, women of color will be the majority demographic of women, with majority representation coming from that Latina, Black, Asian, and Native American women, respectively. Out of any other group of women, Latina and Asian women will make up a large percentage of the labor force over the next decade. Yet additional research supports the claim that most women of color do not plan on staying with their current employer. Low retention rates are bad for business. We must do more. I agree. Especially right now in my field, educators are very rare. They're retiring at a great number. They're leaving the field at a great number. They are being exposed to all of the things because they are forced to go back in person. And the C thing, the Omarion and all of his relatives are up in those buildings, spreading like wildfire. And all they do now, they don't even isolate no more. We get emails about all of the things in the buildings, and they be like, yeah, it's about 5 cases. Oh, it's 9 cases. Oh, it's 20 cases. We'll see you in school tomorrow. It's bad. All right. Just like you said, child, I will be 90 years old by then. Girl, we still going to be killing the game, though. We've got to find a way to make that happen in warp speed, honey. Ain't nobody got time for that. We want to see it in our lifetime, right, Saki?
Right. I agree.
Yes. All right, you guys. Foxy, do you have any closing words for us? What do you
Mm,
think about our conversation today?
I think our conversation today was very eye-opening and inspiring, and and just a good chat. I thank everyone for having all that good chat conversation in there, and I can't wait to jump on Evelyn's
I
channel.
know, right? We got like 30 minutes. We
And
about to jump off
can't
here.
wait for Saki to open up that new conversation. I know she's going to have. We're here for it.
All of the things. We're here for all of the things. I'm so excited, Evelyn. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I need to go take a shower so I can get comfortable. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm glad it's short, Evil, because I can stay up that long. Anything after that is gonna be on replay in the morning, but I see it. I always see all of the things, but I might not see it till very early at the crack of dawn.
No, we're
All
gonna
right,
stay
you
up for
guys.
this one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see this one. Please, please, please. Before I go, I do want to drop this link again. This is number 1. If you have not done so, please sign the petition. We all need to band together. Whether you agree with another content creator or not at this time, it doesn't matter. Cancel John Yates.
Yeah.
That is our mission. That is imperative. That is important. If you have not signed both petitions, please sign both petitions. The more, the merrier. If you have family or friends with an email, you can hide who they are. We don't have to know who's signing. Just sign. All we need to do is collect the signatures. If you got a million thousand emails like I do, use them all and sign and take it off so nobody has to know that you signed the petition. Please sign the petition to cancel John Yates. That is a priority for our community and for YouTube to become a safer space for content creators, especially content creators of color.
Yes.
We thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see you next time. We never know until early Sunday morning what we're going to do. Never.
6 a.m. we'll find out next Sunday
We'll know
morning.
next week when I text her, like, we going live today, girl? Is we going live? All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. We love you.
Mhm.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Go to Evil's channel at 8:30 Central. Whatever that time is in your time zone. Go there. Be there. Show up. Show up for Evil, please. We got to light that chat up.